can see, imagine you're sitting there on those little cushions in January when it's pouring a rain back here. You're sitting on those cushions and you're looking out, and it's just this massive perspective. And what that does, you can get a sense of, is it helps to open up your perspective, especially when you live in the city where everything can feel like it's quite controlled. You know, your life is very set and timed. You've got to be here by that time. You've got to get there that time. All these responsibilities that you have, and constant notifications and push and wants and needs. And it feels like there's no time to just go, oh, there's no space. And this is exactly what this retreat is all about. Spaciousness, the fourth dimension, the dimension of space, being able to actually go and move away and from that kind of feeling that everything feels very on top. And it's the absolute opposite of that. We're opening up, we're becoming wild. And why I say that word wild is because the type of nature that we experience when we live in the city and we live in town is very curated. It's a very curated nature. You know, it's a garden or a park. And even if you're a member of something like Kew Gardens or you live near Hampstead Heath, these are still very curated. Be them beautiful, be them an absolutely amazing sense of nature. And it's great for us. And thank you that we have these spaces. But that is a different energy to being out in what I call big nature, big, expansive, open, where there's nothing and it's not curated. And you get to see and feel that wild sea breeze on your face and in your hair. And you haven't got any shoes on and you're walking in the sand and you're actually submersed in it. And everything else is taken away. The phone's away, those beep, 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 the noise of cars, everything is gone. And there's just this beautiful sound of the wind and of the ocean. But what nature and green and being in around and submersed in this is, it creates harmony because you align yourself and it reminds you that you are nature, of the nature within you. What this beautiful energy of the nature does is it helps to give us hope for the future. And this is an important type of energy and mindset in January. Hope for the future, looking into the future and settling into it and just softening the entry point into the new year. And this has a huge positive effect on your health and your vitality. Your health and your vitality, your cells, your brain is very much influenced by your thoughts and your feelings and your emotions and the environment that you find yourself in. And what this retreat is doing is it's doing that. It's the clues in the name, as I'm always saying. It's retreat. You're retreating away from the harsh experience of the city to the softness and the harmony and the incredible organic equilibrium of being in this big space. Mother Nature's beautiful systems of renewal, and reminds us that we are capable of that as well. As we are part of nature, we are capable of fresh beginnings and renewing energy and vitality. And again, that can be directly related to your health. Of course, this is going to have a huge effect on your health. As you start to feel more hopeful, more harmonious, bring back the equilibrium in your body, then everything else follows. Everything else follows. From the perspective to the breaking down with the green in nature, and now to this expansive, the wonder and the possibilities of what could be achieved, of the hope and the seeing that there is hope and that there is possibilities for expansion. And within that infinite wonder is wisdom, serenity, and trust in the process. And this is part of the retreats that I do, is trusting me. Yes, you trusting me to guide you through this process. And this is what I do when I'm on a retreat, is it's just a guideline, but it's a guideline and support, and it plays a very significant role. And you can see that you can read some of my testimonials. It has a very significant role. So you're not wandering around there in this infinite space. I'm there to help to pull you, thread you down, and keep you grounded as you move through this. I mean, look at that beautiful place. Just imagine yourself there, or in this beautiful like dusk or sunrise, the beginning of a day or the ending of a day, and swimming, and you know that you feel like you could just go on and on and on. Sanskrit is a language of sound. It's not a written language, it's a language of vibration. And so when you chant these ancient chants, they're not religious chants, they're spiritual chants. Some of them, like the Hare Krishna chant, is older than Buddhism. So they're not related to religion. They are spiritual. They are ancient spiritual sounds that vibrate within you and create change. And what Hare Krishna does, the story of Krishna, I'm just going to very quickly touch on this, is that Krishna is blue, and he has this blue aura, and what it does is it makes him irresistible, so that everyone, whatever he wants, he can always get everyone to do what he wants. And why I'm use this slide here, cultivating the blue aura, is that cultivating the blue aura will help you to manifest all your dreams. All your dreams will come true, and you will become irresistible. You will become like a magnet to whatever those things are that you're working on. That you will become a magnet to better health. You will become a magnet to money and finance and good people in your life, good acts and good people. And this is what cultivating the blue aura, and this is one of the things, the practices that we will be doing on this retreat, is cultivating the blue aura, so that you will be, all those things that you want to happen in 2026. Maybe you're even going to look at the first 3 months and say, these are the things that I'd like to change in the first 3 months. And working on the blue aura is working on those changes to bring them into fruition. The person and the experience of what you're having right now, which is just very level 1, where you're kind of sitting here, you're watching the screen, you're having a coffee, you're going to work, the mechanical experience of life. And coming on this retreat helps you to experience something more than just the mechanics of living. It takes you, it's a deep dive into a dimension of awareness. And when you come into that dimension, that helps you to not just understand your life on the physical level, but helps you to become more aware of, who am I and why am I here? And this is something which you very organically happens when you're on this retreat. Who am I and why am I here? What is this all about? And this is opening up the perspective, stripping away all those kind of preconceived ideas of how you feel like life should be, and that you will see that the manifestation process isn't just about getting a new car, it's about opening up your life. And this can only really happen in such an expansive way when you're in big nature. Just imagine practicing yoga in this incredible space, surrounded by the sounds and smell of the natural world. Just wow. And there is no pre-experience of yoga needed to come on this retreat. There's no level of fitness. There's nothing. You just have to be open to it. All of these sessions are very open level. And what the yoga practice does when you're on a retreat is it just helps you to move because when it gets you out of here, out of the thinking mind and into the experiencing body. So you're sort of going, oh, these are all the things that I've got to think about this year. These are all the plans that I'm making. And what you do when you move around in your yoga practice is it just helps to loosen this up, and it starts to shift it around so that you're in this big space and you're going, oh, and then you're sort of suddenly going, oh, this is okay. And that harmony, that equilibrium is going to happen here as well. And it's not about backflipping across the front of the room, I can tell you that. It's not about any fancy big moves. It's just about moving, unblocking those energetic pathways, making your body and your mind work together. But very often, and I've said this before, you start with the body. This happens a lot easier. This just makes it a lot easier to get this stuff down when you start to move your body and you start to feel good and you go, oh, wow, I didn't know that I could feel this way. And these are some of the testimonials that my clients tell me is, I didn't realize I could feel this good. Yeah, you can. You're going to, and you're coming in this amazing place. I've got to include this view. Come on. Picture yourself here in January on that place right there, sitting down. And things like practicing meditation, if you already have a meditation or a meditative practice in your life, just picture it right here. And if you don't have a meditation practice and you'd like to cultivate more stillness, you'd like to become more quiet in the mind, then boy, oh boy, are you going to find it a lot easier on this amazing place. And just having that time, just the day is so long and expansive. And, again, looking at that perspective there and just being able to go, wow. And that the only sounds that you're going to be hearing are those beautiful waves and the wind and the gentle heat of the sun. But just visualize that space there. That is going to be your room on this retreat. And look at that gorgeous, hang on a second, good view out that room, looking out that, waking up here every morning. And I think it's fair to say that's already going to have a massive positive effect on your mindset, where you're going to be like that. Whoa, this is gorgeous. Wow. This is what my life is all about. This is where I'm going this year, into big expansive spaces like this. This is what the life is that I dreamed of, and I can have it. So you're going to be out all day in nature, walking along that beautiful beach there, sitting down, having a cold soda, nice fresh limes, lemons, maybe a watermelon juice. And everything is fully inclusive on this retreat. I'm visualizing all of us right now. We're all sat there on those chairs just going, look at where we are right now. Yeah, reading a book, some nice Mexican music in the background, and you're just kind of saying, hey, listen, look where we are right now. Look where we are. Look at how we're setting up our life for the next chapter. So just putting the whole thing together, you're not only in this incredible space, but you're also working on yourself. You're working on your energy body, those 4 pillars of well-being, the physical, the emotional and mental, the energy body and the spiritual body. These are my 4 pillars of well-being. And these are the things that we're going to be working on. And this is what is going to be creating this open-minded perspective of the year ahead. The equilibrium, the balance at a deep cellular level, the hope for the future, the ability to actually see that, wow, look at the future in a more positive perspective and see yourself in a more positive perspective. And this is what I really want for you. This is my goal, is for you to leave this retreat and be saying to me, wow, man, I thought that it was going to be like this year, but I've just suddenly realized that it's going to be like that. And you're going to go home and you're going to be so up on that all the things that you thought that weren't maybe possible are going to become a reality. You know, that manifestation, the manifestation techniques that you're going to learn on this retreat are going to help you to start and get all those projects off the ground and start this year on the first foot forward. Instead of being on the back foot, you're going to be on the front foot through this. The programs that I create in my retreats are guiding you in it to these realizations in yourself through all the different workshops that we do and the sessions that we do together. That the deep rest, the reflection, the setting intentions for the year, this is all going to just happen very organically through the programs, through how the program works. And I've been doing these programs for a number of years now, with very, very positive results for all my clients. I have a 60% return rate on my retreats. And that's because this stuff works. This stuff works. And it's going to work for you. I can promise you that. And I'm really looking forward to taking you on this amazing retreat in January to the life that you deserve to be living, and that is just sitting right there for you. It's just ready for you to unlock the door and walk right into it. So I look forward to hearing from you. You can make a date in my calendar if you want to chat about any of the things that I've looked at today, and book this session, this retreat, these sessions in January. I can't wait to welcome you in Mexico. See you there. Thank you for taking the time to come join me today and to watch this short film and get in touch. I can't wait. It's going to be great.